Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channels. Or in this video, we are going to talk about how to create a register page, a registration page with the help of Servlet, MySQL, HTML, Eclipse, and little bit I am going to use Bootstrap for the CSS. Okay, so let's start now. So first of all, go to your Eclipse. Yeah, if you are using the STS or NetBeans, yeah, IntelliJ, anything. You can click on the file, go to the new file and create a Dynamics web project. If you are unable to find out here Dynamics web project, go to other section and click here web. If you click web, inside the web you can see Dynamics web project. Okay, click on this, next, and here you have to give the project name. So you have to give the proper project name. So I'm going to give register page. It's a simple name of the project. Here we are using the Tomcat server. I hope you already configured it. Next, then after this is the src folders. Next, here make sure you have to click this one, generate web.xml page. It's required for you for the welcome page. So generate it and finish. Once you finish it, one project will created, that is called Dynamics web project. If you open here, you can see all those structure of the web project, dynamic web project, and this is the main part, Java resources and web content. So inside the Java resources, we are going to write our servlet classes. Okay, and in the web content, we are going to write whatever the HTML5 like UI side required we have, like CSS, JavaScript, HTML. Those files we are going to write inside the web content. Simply I'm going to create one file called register.html. Simple. So click on web content, right click on the web content, and here you can search HTML. Very simple. And click on this. Here you can give the name of your file. So I'm going to give register, simple, register, register. Next, by default it's selected HTML5, so it's fine. Finish it. Your registration.html file will be created. For testing purpose, here you can use one h1, like I'm going to use h1. So just write h1, close it and open it. Here you can write my register page, okay, and make sure this register.html file you have to configure in the web.xml. So you have to go inside the web.inf. You can see here web.xml file. Go inside this and make sure this register.html we have created inside this web content. Then only it will work, otherwise it will not work. Because web content, whatever is there, it will be public. So I am going to give here register.html. So I will remove the index and I will give register.html. Simply save this one. Once it is saved, you can run your project. So just right click on your project. Okay, right click on your project, go to run as, run on server. Once you run, it will say select your server, next, and here you can see in the configure section 3 project. Do you want to run 3 project? No. So just click on the remove all. So it will take only one project, which is register page, and finish it. It's saying like, are you sure you want to remove the CSS from the server? Yes. So say okay. So your Tomcat server is going to start here. You can see the Tomcat server is started, and by default whatever the page you configure as a welcome file in the web.xml, it's displaying here my register page. Okay, fine. So now I'm going to design my registration form. It's a very simple, you can do it if you know HTML or CSS. So I'm going to my Eclipse now. Here, go back, and here you can see my Eclipse. So I have created register.html. My server is running up. Here I want to give title as a register so that it will show register, because here if you go and see, it's writing insert title here, so that is not good, not looking good. So you can change it and you can write register. Okay, and here I'm going to write register page, so it will look cool. And this header I'm going to write inside the one div. So just write div control space, so write like that, div, and inside the div you can write register page. Inside the div you can write one form. Form will take your data. So later I am going to create one registered servlet. So I have written here regist register servlet. Okay, and I will specify here one method called, you can give the any method like get or post, but if you not specify any method, it will by default go to the get method. So if you not write here also, that is fine, no issue, it will by default take get method. Okay, go to the form. So inside these forms we are going write some like label. So label is like LABLE, label, or otherwise you can write here like that. So label. So I'm going to take form, first field is user ID. So user ID. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is, like, I'm going to take this one as a one more div tag. This is the HTML only. So I'm going to take one more div tag. How much you want you can take, no issue. Here it will see clearly. Make it big. Okay, so here I'm going to write one div. Remove this div, no, that is required. Okay, and inside this div write one label. So this is the label, and I'm going to write one input field. Input field is means like type is text. I want to text, and I want to give name. So name is called like user ID. Okay, and one more things for the it's look like very good. So for that you can write here anywhere class, and class is nothing but form control. Okay, form control. Okay, so this is the div we need to write here, and in label also you can give the class like form label. So class equal to form label. Okay, and this is I have created for user ID. Same thing you can create. This is the registration form, so at least you need to take user ID, user name, and I will show you like how we are going to design it. So let's see, here we have some register page we have open this screenshot. I will show you. So like that page we are going to design, like we are going to take user ID, username, email ID, and country, or we can take one password. Okay, like that form we are going to design in our video. So let's continue. Okay, so this is for the user ID I have taken. I will take one more for name. I will take one more for like name. So I will write here user name, and this is called name, so I will write name as a name. I will copy this one again. Okay, and I will paste it, and here I will write email, because I want to take as a email. The name of field is called email, and this type is also called email. Okay, I will copy same thing, and I will post here, and I will give here like password. I want password, so I will take password, so I will give capital, and this is called password, and this is also password. Okay, if you go and see like how it's look like, so just go to your browser and refresh this page. If you refresh this page, it will look like this one: user ID, username, email, password. I think it's not looking good. So I'm going to write BR. So this one first, then next line this one, then next line this one. So for that you can go, and here you can write BR. Yeah, so here you can write BR. Otherwise let it be. Okay, that is fine, no issue. You can write BR also, but I don't want to consider as of now, because we are going to use Bootstrap, so automatically it will made. Okay, so this is the password, and I want to create one button also. Okay, so I want to create one button, so inside the form only I will write BUTTON button, and button name is nothing called register. I will give that button type is submit, and I want color of this button is like what we can say, primary color, like this one color, blue color. So I will write here one class, and inside the class I will specify BTN. This is the Bootstrap property, BTN primary. Okay, PRIMARY, so that this bottom color will become primary. And this one H1 I want to write as a red, so we have a class property is called text danger. Okay, so through that it will become red. This will display as a red. And I want to give in the container, so I will give this class as a container, TAINER, container. Okay, simply save this and go down. I will do one more time format. It's look good. Okay, simply it's a form, and just go and refresh your page. You can see this register page, but there is no color. Okay, so let's just see what I'm going to do to like it will look a professional way. Just do one thing, go to the Googles and search here Bootstrap 5 या Bootstrap introduction, and copy two things. One is CSS link, copy, come back to your page, and in the page header section before the title you can paste it. Next, go to the copy the JS, given the JS also, and come back to your Eclipse and just give here link. Okay, no need to give enter, that's it. Okay, that's it only. Just save it and go to your browsers and just refresh your page. You can see the miracle. See how it's look like. Here it's become user ID, username, password, like email ID, password. It's look very pretty. Okay, and I want here next line, by like this register page. After I want some next line, so I will give here in button section. After that I will write one BR tag. Okay, so it will go a little bit down, so it will look good. Okay, looking good. Here you can give user ID, username, email, password. Super. I hope it's super. Okay, it's looking good also. So what I'm going to do is, you can write one option also, select country also. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm writing one more field here, like country, like which country you belong when you register your form. Okay, so simply I'm going to my this page, and before the password I will write one more div, like just copy paste above, copy and just paste it here, and inside this give here country, and this is the form labels, and inside the form labels you don't want this input field because you want to give selection field, select. So click this one, select, it will generate and give the selected name. So class is called name. So name of this call nothing but country, UNTRY. Through this name we can receive the data in the server, so I have to give here name. Okay, and inside this you can give multiple option. Option is nothing but option is like India. Other option is US. Other option USA. Okay, other option is China. Other option is UK. So these are the fields I have defined. Just to go to your browsers and refresh it. It's a very simple. It's look cool. See this. It's look like this is the country. You have to select the country. So it's look like US, Japan, like that. Okay, but here you need to display like a option. So do one thing. Write here one BR tag. After country, write one BR, and also first option give as a country. First option give as a select. You can give select country. Yeah, also you can give country. I think select is better. Okay, and go to this page and just refresh it. You can see here in the proper way now, user ID, username, email. You can select the country here. I am from India. You can give the password and you can register. But right now you are getting the exception here because we have not created for this form any servlet. Okay, we have not created any servlet for it. If you want to make it bold, this one maybe you want to make it bold, so you can write BI tag also. How? So go to here and for this you can write here BR tag, not BR, bold tag. We have a bold tag. You can give the closing tag. So if you go and refresh it, you can see bold, email as a bold, like that. Okay, if you want to make it user ID also bold, username bold, you can write it, no issue. So I will write so it will look good little bit. So B bold tag /B, and here also you can write B tag. This data also you can write in B. Country also you can write in B. Here also you can write B. Go down, password also you can write B. Here also you can end it, so B. Go and refresh. It's looking cool. Okay, so this is the, like, we can do your own work in the HTML, but I don't want to worry about it. Okay, I'm going to mainly focus on like how to take this data and store in the database. That is many important things we need to do. Okay, so simply what we can do is, I'm going to create one servlet corresponding to this one. Okay, what happened? Okay, so go to the servlet and take this name because we need to call this name only. So simply go to the here and right click on your project, register page, and a new, create one servlet, and here you can give the package like com.app, servlet name, next, and just finish it. Okay, and whatever the servlet is created, it will give one web servlet annotations here in the top of the servlet class, whatever you created. This is the global identification of this servlet. So go and give here in your HTML action page. Okay, we already given. So this is things we need to do. Okay, now I'm going to take each and every field on the servlet. How you can do it? So I have given this field, user ID field name is user ID, name field is name, email field is email, country field is country, password field is password. This is the name of this, all those field. So simply what I can do is, I can simply go to the servlet, corresponding servlet, and inside the get method, here is the get methods, I will write a code to receive those data. Okay, how can I receive it? How can I receive it? Simply see now, any issue? Disturbance. Okay, so simply you can set two things. One is write one print writer, and one is set the response content type, like what type the response you are going to return to the HTML page. So here you can write response dot set content type, and what is the type? Text type or HTML type. Simple. I'm going to create one print writer. print writer out equal to response dot get writer, right? Now I'm going to receive all those value. Which value? Receive parameter, yeah, form parameter value in servlet simply. So I will just write request, because data will come inside the request object, this object. Okay, so I will get from that only. So I will write request dot get parameter, and parameter name is called user ID, and I will store this in one variable called user ID simply. And other parameter like request dot get parameter is nothing but name. I will take this name and I will store it in our local variable simply. The parameter name is called name. Okay, same thing I will call request dot get parameter. Okay, and simply I will take this as a email, because I have given the email. Request dot get parameters, and here I will take this value as a country. Request dot get parameter value is called password. So this is the value I have taken. I will store this value in one variable called email. I will store this variable value inside the string on country, and I will store this variable value in a string string, and this is called password. Simple. So whatever is data he sent from the UI side, I have read all those form data one by one, and I store on the servlet, and so data will come. I need to check data will come or not. So for that I will do one thing. Like I will write one out dot print. I will print this value. How can I print it? Simple. I will write user ID plus double quote colon and plus name plus double quote colon, and I will write here what is called email plus double quote single quote plus what is the country plus double quote colon and password. Good, cool. And once I need to stop this server because it's a Java code, so it need to run once again. So please just stop your server and again run it, then it will work. Go to run and run on the server. Once you run it, select your server, next, and just finish it. Once you finish, it started running. It will show your page, this page. I have given user ID is Prince, name is called Prince Kumar. I have taken email ID is pk@gmail.com. I am from India. I will give the password is 12345 and click on register button. Simply I have clicked on the register button, and you can see here all the data is going on to the servlet, like Prince is user ID, Prince Kumar is my name, email ID, India is country, and this is the password. Okay, so it means I'm able to fetch the data on the server. Now what we need to do is we need to store this data, whatever the registered data we have fetched. We need to store this data in the database, because this data will erase, it will volatile. It once I will stop this server, this data will gone. Okay, every time you have to fill it. So I'm thinking like we can store this data inside the database. So that is the good practice. So I need to store this data. So for that I need to create one table, right? No. So in this video we are going to create one more table, and in this table we are going to store this data into the database. Okay, that is the good scenario, and this is a very nice also. So just go to, I'm going to use MySQL. Okay, so go to the open your MySQL, and in the MySQL give your password. Okay, and create one table. So I'm going to create one table. So use test and so tables. So in my tables already users table is there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create one table called register. Okay, register users. So create table name. So register, regis, register users. I will give like that name of my tables, register users, and I will give the all those column. So column name is nothing but user ID. User ID is varchar 20. I will take next. I will give name is varchar. This one also I will take 20. Next one is email is also varchar. This one I will take 20. And country, 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 this one is also varchar. Okay, and this one I will take also 20. Next one is password, and password I will take varchar, and password is also 20. I will take, write semicolon and insert it. Your table is created. Okay, once your table is created, take this query and go to your project and put somewhere so that you can remember it. Okay, how you have created the table. Okay, nice, cool. So I have taken the data and I have created the already tables. Now what I have to do? Now what I have to do is, like, I have to write a database connections. DB connection. So for DB connections, I have to write class dot for name, class dot for name, and I need to write here driver name. So if you are using the MySQL, follow my approach. If you are not using the MySQL, if you are using the Oracle, so you have to write the Oracle driver name here. So I'm going to write MySQL driver name. What is the MySQL driver name? com dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver. Okay, so through that I am able to load the driver. So before that we need to surround it this line of the code with the try and catch, because this is the compile time exception. So just click on the try catch, it will resolve. Remove this to do. Okay, now we need to write a driver, like create a connection. So connection con equal to, I'm assuming like you already know about the everything, like how to connect a JDBC driver, so that's why I'm writing. So I will stop this server first and write the connection code. So connection con equal to driver manager dot get connection. Here I need to pass URL of my database. How can I pass it? It's a very simple. How can I pass it here? So you have to write like JDBC colon MySQL colon / localhost, because it's your local database, colon what is the port number it's running in your MySQL, so 6, and your database name. So I'm using the test database. Here in the next parameter you have to give the MySQL user ID. Next parameter you have to give password is also root. I'm using the root. If whatever the your password user ID, you can use it. This line of code also throwing the error, so this one also you have to handle the catch. So use like add catch clause to surrounding with the try. So you can add one more catch, so it will handle it. No issue. So here I will write the like load driver. This line of the code is like connection established, connection created, simple. And in the next line we need to prepare the query, prepare query, and then after you can run it and you can get the result. Okay, so for preparing a query we need one insert query which is able to take those data and insert in our given database location, right? And you already created the table, so no need to worry about table because we already have a table. So we need one query. So you can write one query in one string and you can pass those string in the execute update parameter. Okay, so let's write it. So I'm going to take one string, I'm going to preparing my query. So a string query, I will give the name called query, you can give anything, query equal to double quote, and I'm going to write the query like insert into table name. So this is my table name, register users, insert into table values, and inside the values we need to pass this parameter user ID, name, email, country, password. So if it is a simple query you are writing inside the database, you are writing like that, like user ID, right? User ID, you can write user ID, simply you are writing now user ID, comma, single quote, on name you are writing comma, single quote, password like email you are writing country, single quote, COUNTRY, country, and finally you are giving the one single quote password. That is fine, it is fine, no issue. But this is not a dynamic value na, you need to take this dynamically value, and this is wrong. As of now this is wrong, it will not replace with this value, it will set this value only. So for that we have to write here one double quote plus, okay, here plus double quote, here also plus double quote plus, okay, plus double quote, like that. Here also double quote plus and plus double quote plus, here also plus double quote plus and plus double quote. Okay, he written 2 here, so remove 1. Okay, it's look good. So this is prepared. We have prepared one query, and this query, through that query we are going to insert the data in database. So let's see how it will work. Let's see. Okay, so how it is working now. Run query. This is the query. We have prepared the query, and now we need to run this query to insert the data in database. What I will do, I have a one option called in JDBC execute query. So we need to create one statement. Statement st equal to con dot create a statement. Okay, once your statement is created, you can run the query like st dot execute update. Okay, because this is the insert query, it is not a select query. If it is select, then you can say execute query, but this one is a update, insert, delete, drop, anything, create, then you have to write execute update, and here you can pass your query, whatever the query you prepared here. This query is nothing but this one only. Pass your query, it will return one value, that is called a status execute update, you can say, and you can say a status. So if a status is what? If a status is something not 0, then you can say your data is inserted in database. So we can write one if, and we can say a status is not equal to 0. Status is not equal to 0, it means data is inserted in database. If a status is 0, it will go to the else condition, and we can say here data not inserted, like record not inserted in DB. This is the main part. Why a status is not equal to 0 means if it is executed, it will give 1, 2, 3. How many records will be inserted? It will give those numbers. So it will not 0, then we can say inserted. So if it is inserted, we need to write something. So I am going to write those things. So simply you can write out.print. You can print here registered successfully. What you can print? Registered successfully. So you can write here in one h1 simply, and in h1 you can write registration successful. Okay, and if it is not registered successfully, you can say here something is wrong because of registration failure. If got any exception, you can print here something wrong, and this message you can print into two places. It is fine. Save it, and I don't want to print this one now because I have written this one for the testing. Okay, and also one more things, we need to close this all, like a statement or connections, everything. So once if it is done, you can write here like st dot close and con dot close. So these are the method through that we can close the connection. Close connection. Okay, so that your memory will not leakage. So this is the code I have written. Wow, fine. Okay, but one more things, we need one driver, but we don't have any one driver. So what we need to do is, you need to download one driver. So you can go to the your like you can go to the your any website and you can say like MySQL driver download, and just click on this. It will open one website. Go to this website, and in this website here you can see like platform independent you want. So select platform independent. It will give one download button. Here you can download this, extract it in your local. Once you extract it, you got one jar file like this. But okay, so once you extract it, go to download section. You can get one jar. Open this jar. Inside this jar we have one connectors. This one MySQL connector jars. So I have already taken and I have put it inside my C. So you can open your C, or you can open that one also, and you can just copy it. Control and copy this. Once you copy, come back to your Eclipse and put this jar inside the lib file. Once you put the jar in lib file, okay, it will work properly. So go and run your application. Once again, run on server, next, and finish it. Okay, let's see what will happen. If you got any issue, we can fix it. So this is our page, register page. You can see here. So in this register page, this is the user ID Prince, this is the name, this is the email ID, and this is the India I'm going to take in, and this is the password like 1 2 3 4 5. I'm giving the password, I'm hitting the register button. Once you give the register, it's saying registration successfully. Okay, it means your data is registered in your tables. So if you want to check it like you are registered or not, go to database and open your table, like select star from your table name. So your table name is register underscore users. So this is the table name, and you can see your record is inserted successfully. If you want to record some other records, you can go to the back page, and here you can write something like Priti Kumari. Here you can give like Priti. Here you can give US, and give the password is something like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and register it. You can see registration successfully. Go to your database, and here you can write same command. You can see here register 2 records. So like that you can do your registration. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoy it. Bye bye. Next video में मिलते हैं. Thank you so much. If you have any query, you can ping or you can comment below. So definitely I can help you. Thank you so much.